Yo, what is good, everybody? Welcome to the Why It Beats Elevation podcast. I don't know what's going on here. Let me fix this real fast. All right, there we go. Yeah, let me fix this again. There we go. All right. Let's see. Let's wait for some people to join up. If some people will join up, only if. It's fine. Welcome to this episode of the Why It Beats Elevation podcast. I'm your host, Why It Beats, and we have a very special episode. This is something I've been wanting to make for quite a while now, but I've just been, kind of under the, I don't know how to explain it, but like I've just been kind of not I've not been feeling like inspired enough to make this, but here we are. Again, I will welcome you to the Elevation podcast. So this is again a very special episode because we have members from the Corbing Guckenburg team. Let me get them up real fast. Well, that's great. All right, so here's our team members from CGM. First and foremost, we have Corbin, who is the main founder of the design team. So, how did you start this design team, and what are your intentions to do with it in the future?
Hello, I'm Corbin. Thank you for introducing me. I'm the owner of Corbing Guckenburg Music Designs. So I was introduced to the marching arts in 22. But I'm gonna start with before that. The way my music career actually started, I was a violin player. My mom got me into. I was playing the violin, and my brother actually started with the drums.
Oh.
Well, what do you know? That actually turned out the complete opposite. I ended up hating playing the violin, and my brother hated playing the drums.
Oh,
We
wow.
did a switchy switch. But my brother switched to piano, and he still plays every now and then. And obviously, I've been drumming my soul since.
Yeah.
So now, once again, I was introduced to the marching arts in 22, and my sophomore year, right? That's when my mind started to open up on not only marching band, right, but the design process. The creative design process that it takes to get a show out there. And I also at the time had a plan to march drum corps, and I fortunately did so for 2025 for the Raiders Drum and Bugle Corps located in Trenton, New Jersey. And since then, I've been meeting a lot of new people, and some of these people that I've met, I've actually invited to the group, and I'm extremely happy that they are willing to be a part of the team and uh, help us overall create some music for marching band ensembles all over the country to do.
Yeah. So where are you wanting this to go in the future as in means of design?
Yeah. So, you mean like where I see the group, or what I want to do with the group, like for the conquering years?
Yeah.
So there, so obviously, right? Any owner would want to get their group up there, and that is low key the goal, right? We obviously have some competitors that we are trying to, um, get better, but be better than. But obviously, that'll take some time. Um, but the overall goal for this isn't isn't just to do that, right? The number one priority is to give band directors out there an opportunity to get their shows done uh, in a good, efficient manner, right? And we do that through collaboration. I mean, you're what unfortunately, no matter how you think of it, one person would not, well, you could, but it wouldn't be as efficient as if one person were to design an entire show. So yeah, this was I see in this design team what we have right now. We are probably planning to have more members, but as of now, we have a really stacked team.
Yeah.
And yeah, the goal is to get up there, continue helping programs, and yeah, just provide them with the opportunities that they deserve.
I will agree with that. And for those of you who don't know, I am actually on this team as a percussion designer and a sound designer most recently, because I figured out how to use Mainstage. So let's talk a bit about the design process. So how do you design a marching band show?
uh, so obviously there's a lot of planning that happens in a for a marching band show, right? But to me, there's specifically three factors of making one, right? Number one, music design. It is the backbone. Without music, you simply cannot have a show, right? Um, but the other two are as important. Number two is visual design. That's your choreography. That's your band visuals. All of that. Your props, right? That's all goes into GE, general effect, and you have to make sure that you have show designers that can uh, provide you the resources in order to score high on that as well. And then lastly, sound design. Yes. A new thing that has popped up in the marching band genre, but currently it is one of the factors that can seriously influence a marching band show. And we are, in fact, using that and implementing it into shows uh, to enhance the overall productions.
Yeah, I will agree. Sound design has gone so far in the marching arts world. Um, so now let's move a bit to the brass design side of it. So mainly Keller here, he does some of the brass work. So Keller, why don't you tell us who you are, what you do, and why you joined CGM?
Um, yeah, sure. Hi, I'm Keller. I am a sophomore music composition student at my college. And I write winds and brass for CGM.
Yeah. So how did you get into the marching arts, much less also designing?
I don't even remember. I think it was like sometime around when COVID started. My mom sent me like an Instagram reel of I think it was like Blue Coats 2014 and the pitch bend, and I
Mm,
was like, "What the heck is this?" Like I had done marching band, or well, no, I hadn't. But I was about to go into marching band. That was my freshman year. But then COVID happened, so I didn't get to. But that, yeah. Um. So yeah, I saw that Blue Coats video, and I was like, "What the heck is this?" Like, this looks like marching band, but like,
yeah.
where's the woodwind at? Oh, I forgot to mention. My primary instrument is bass clarinet and clarinet, but I also play baritone, euphonium, trombone. Yeah, that
He plays everything.
there's a list. No, I don't. Unfortunately, not yet. Um,
He writes everything, I'll tell you
so
that. If there's one person in this group who could make a full design marching band show by themselves, it would be the Keller Gauge.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw this Blue Coats video and like I had to look up what it was. So I did a little bit of research and found this little thing called drum corps. I'm pretty sure we all know about it. But like around 22, 23, like I was like, why is there not any drum corps in Idaho? Like that's kind of buns, like
Yeah.
honestly. But I'm lucky enough to have a newer upstart group, the Boise Gems, that started in 2023. They ran their first season, which I was not a part of because I had a different conference that summer that I couldn't skip for whatever reason. But I marched baritone in 24 and 25, and I'm going back for 26. Um, and yeah, I'm really grateful for that. It's given me a lot of experience in that side of the marching arts, and yeah.
Yeah. Well, I definitely appreciate it. One question I do have for you is, so since you design like brass and woodwinds, what is the quote unquote secret sauce as it's described, um, to making a small band sound like a pretty big band?
Okay, I have two things. So one thing is you don't want to use super long connected phrases just because of the sheer amount of people that you have is going to be less. So the length of travel or whatever you call it that they can make it without having to breathe as a group is shorter. Like they don't have anybody else to hide behind because there's there's like four trumpets or whatever.
Right.
So you got to make do. Um and for those of you that don't know what like stagger breathing and stuff is, that is when like you were holding a note and like say you have like two people, like if you have a long note, one person breathes on one beat while the other person holds, and then the other person breathes when the first person isn't breathing, so it makes a continuous noise, if that makes any sense.
So, is staggered breathing like possible in these small groups, or do you just design the phrases shorter as you said and just roll with it?
Yeah, usually I tend to just go shorter phrases, but it really does depend on the group. And that leads into my second thing, which is know your ensemble, like know your group, know their strengths, know their weaknesses, know what they can and can't do. Like, if your woodwinds can't play 16th notes, then I wouldn't write 16th notes in the part, like
Right.
just common sense stuff like that. And like if you get into the nitty gritty, like you can basically get the basics of each instrument and kind of be like, oh yeah, that line is kind of hard. Like maybe I shouldn't write that. Which, yeah.
One thing. This will probably be your last question, but I'll probably go around and ask everybody this. Um, so, what? Wow, my mind just went blank. Um, so I'll think of it. I swear I will. Like, this is common on my streams. You go back and watch any other episodes, you'll see. Um, so this is great. This is great. Everything's fine. Oh, so you said about know your ensemble. So how are you supposed to know your ensemble if you're writing a stock show and you don't know who it's going to?
Okay, what I do, I kind of have like a set like bar, and I have a chart somewhere. I don't know where it went, but like of instrument ranges and interval stuff that I try to adhere to. But like for stock stuff, I would just write what comes to me and then adjust it later.
Yeah. So if a group is not as experienced as you expected them to be and they buy an advanced show, would you be willing to water it if they ask?
Yeah, yeah, totally. And like that's something I've like plan for usually. Like if I write like a double tonguing passage, I'll put like a little asterisk, whatever it's called, the little star symbol. It'd be like this part can be like,
Adjusted.
I don't know a better word for it than nerfed, but yeah, adjusted. This part can be adjusted if needed, like
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's one thing. That's one thing I feel like Corbin, his group CGM does better than maybe a group like Box Six. Like we're extremely flexible and we can easily adjust a part if we need to, or the whole show, like that whole thing. Anyways, let's move on to kind of the percussion side of stuff. So now we're gonna talk to Oscar. So Oscar, how long have you been with CGM, and what do you play, and what do you write, and what do you do? Like,
All right. My name's Oscar. I've been with CGM for about only a couple months, so I'm pretty new to it. I'm mainly write for front ensemble, so I specialize in front ensemble. I play typically the marimba, but I also play drum set and piano. Um, I got into marching band. It was, I think, I was in seventh grade, and I didn't like marching band at first. I thought it was stupid, just because I was, a little kid. But my sister was a drum major, and they needed prop kids, and my dad kind of forced me into it, and so I did that for 2 years, and then I decided to join the band because one of my best friends, he was in it. He was like 2 years older than me, so then I joined, and then he was graduating that year as well. But I was planning on moving to quads or tenors, but I really liked pit, and I just really enjoyed it, and I became pretty good at it, and so I decided to stick with it. Um, I marched with Motor City Percussion in Michigan Open Class Group in 2024. Um, we unfortunately didn't make it to finals. We were the cutoff to finals, sadly,
oh man,
um, because of this one judge, Craig C. All the judges gave us, yeah, I'm gonna call him out. Every judge gave us like a 90, and he gave us like a 70, which
woo!
made us the cutoff. I'm calling him out,
Oh man,
but it was very fun. That was my first WGI experience, and um, I I can do it. It's just that I don't have the time for it because I'm in college right now. I'm
mm.
going into musical composition and performance, and a little bit of music ed as well. Um, and that's pretty much it. Like I said, CGM. All I do is I specialize in front ensemble. Um, so yeah.
So what made you like interested in the design process of marching band, front ensemble, indoor percussion, that type of stuff?
It's like when it comes to marching band, a lot of people don't respect specifically the front ensemble as they do for battery or anybody, just because we don't march, and that's
Right.
simply just not. I mean, yeah, it's true we don't march, but like no offense to you winds or brass players, but like try to play as many notes as we do, and depending on the skill level as well. It's like, yeah, we don't really march and do drill or whatever, but our music overlaps that, and it's like depending on the show and the design, the front ensemble adds a lot of texture and color to whatever the show theme is or whatever. Say if you have a good brass and a good winds, and people, when you think of marching band, that's what you think of. You think of, drums and trumpet, flute, whatever. No one really thinks about the pit. And so it's, specifically to me, when writing for an ensemble, it's really, putting my heart and soul into it. Um, it's just front ensemble is my favorite thing. And I just wish, universally, front ensemble had a little bit more respect as like the drum line does, because everybody knows the drum line. They keep the beat of the whole band or whatever, and front ensemble is just kind of there. But no, it's just when it comes to front ensemble, in my opinion, front ensemble is all about original composition, because there are some writers out there that kind of just copy and paste wind parts or brass parts. which is fine in some points. But when it comes to a good actual front ensemble, it's all about arranging and original composition and everything.
Right.
That's it.
And I definitely agree with that. The drumline definitely has too much respect, and the front ensemble doesn't get enough. So, how, like, how? Wow, my mind just went blank again, but that's fine. Thank you, Oscar, for that, because everybody needs some front ensemble, some front ensemble respect in their lives. I think everybody does. Anyways, let's move on. Pierre, what do you do at CGM, and how did you get into the marching arts and all that bunch of stuff?
At CGM, I do cymbals. I like work with the battery, consult on like what levels for the music, if it's like fitting the group of the students that it's being written for, stuff like that. Just checking over parts. If there's any cymbal questions or like really weird general percussion questions, I can usually answer those. And what got me into music, I started in like back in like fourth grade playing drums. I joined choir, got into theater, did all of those. Marching percussion, I started my freshman year of high school on bass drum, bass one. Then I moved to snare. Just finished out my senior year season. I started marching the summer of my junior year at Raiders Drum and Bugle Corps with Corbin
Mm.
on cymbals, and that the cymbals just basically became my entire thing. They're half of my personality at this point. But yeah, that's basically how it happened to me.
Wow. So, how, like, so you have the battery, and then you have this whole other idea of cymbals. So, do you think that the battery, like, do you think that this is a bit of a controversial question that some people might agree with, some people might disagree with, but do you think like cymbals should be a part of everybody's battery?
That's a really deep question. Depends, because a lot of the time, like, a cymbal line is like it adds a ton, but also like if your band has like five people in the battery, you're not gonna want a cymbal line. It's not gonna help you. But if you can afford a cymbal line, have a cymbal line. They're insanely good with GE. Like especially for indoor, a cymbal line like peaks the GE so much. Like that plus the visual ensemble, easy like half the GE. Just like all of the visuals, especially on the East Coast, but also the West Coast. West Coast, giving prop to West Coast for that one. They do have some pretty cool visuals over there. But like the visuals, easy. Like a lot of people, that's the part that they remember. Like yeah, like Rhythm X, MCM, all of those guys. And it's a lot of it is really new. Like we were talking about sound design a while back. Symbols, like a lot of the new visuals and stuff like that just got invented in like the past 3 years. Like there's a thing on cymbals called pad straps. Let me bust one out. Where they strap the pad to the cymbal so that you can like go into the pad instead of going into the strap, which makes it easier to like juggle them and toss them around and
Oh wow.
still play notes. That was invented in like 23, 22 at Redline. So like lots of new stuff's happening in the cymbal world. But yeah, my personal opinion, if you can get a cymbal line, great. Especially for indoor, cymbal lines are amazing. Outdoor, it depends on the situation, but I think a cymbal line always has a place in a marching band.
So I'm gonna ask another question that goes just immediately against the question I just asked. So, how do you? Why would you want a cymbal line when the front ensemble can do most of that stuff for you? Another
Various
controversial
reasons,
one.
just because you can. Like it's an educational experience. The visuals are a big one. Like that's like a lot of people cut them because the front ensemble can do it, but like the visuals, that you got to mess with the visuals, and then also like in some contexts, I mean the front ensemble can do most of the sound effects that the cymbals can do, but like there's a certain versatility. Like some sound effects, like the cymbals can do better than like for example like a drum set. Like trying to think of one.
So basically, what you're
Flanks
saying is
are
like the cymbals, they specialize in cymbals, so they can do stuff better than maybe a rack player could.
Yeah, definitely.
I definitely agree.
Also, more bodies on the field for like an indoor show. That's like very useful. Like it's just you have more opportunities if you have more people.
Yeah, I do agree with that one. So speaking of that, well, actually, I'll do my spiel first, and then we'll save the best for last. But so I I specialize in drumline design, at CGM. I work closely with like Oscar and Pierre, um, with the whole drumline side of things. Me and Oscar are actually writing an indoor show right now. I'm not giving you the name. You thought I would. Um, but we're working on an indoor show, and I think it's turning out like really good. We're working on it with Johnny as well, which is another. You know, I don't know what he does. He does a lot of stuff. He wears a lot of shoes. Um,
So J- Johnny is actually, unfortunately, he could not be here with us. He is currently at a camp with the Gold Drum and Bugle Corps. So kudos to him. He's at a camp, putting the grind up,
yeah.
and that is just so awesome to hear.
So, y'all know me. I'm Wyatt Vermillion, aka Wyatt Beats. You know, aka I own this channel, so y'all know me. Um, I I haven't shared this with the Wyatt Beats family yet, but I am marching at Grind City Indoor Percussion for their inaugural season in 2026. So I'm super excited for that. We're an indoor group based out of Memphis, Tennessee, and we are working extremely hard. We just got our closer today, actually. It's packed full of notes. Like, I'm extremely excited to march that closer on the floor. We're going to Atlanta this year. We're going to WGI Atlanta, which is going to be it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. And honestly, I just wanna see if we can make finals. We're opening in A class, independent A class, so it'll be fun to see what we can do. But that closer, like we have open class drill. That's all I'm gonna say. But like mostly we're pretty good. But back to Corbin, back to CGM. So again, I focus on the drumline design side of things. I'm a huge fan of like Santa Clara Vanguard, Paul Rennick, those bunch of people. I'm a huge fan of all of them. Everybody in this chat knows, like, because I talk about them constantly. But and y'all know that too, because I'm just a huge stickler for like music, and I'm gonna ask a question that anybody could answer. Corbin's probably gonna take it though. I know him. How so the drumline world has back in the day it used to be just like chops, as many notes as you could play into a whole phrase. It used to be just chops, 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 chops. Now it's more music. It's more dynamics. It's like it's more space. Like how has that come to be, and why?
Would anyone like to take this, or am I going to? Because I would happily be able to answer this.
Allison.
You can take it. You can take it.
So, now I'm gonna be talking in a psychological standpoint, right? Obviously, uh, this generation, it has obviously been a little different compared to the previous ones, and one of them is work ethic. Unfortunately, that's just the truth, and I believe that is actually one of the major reasons why that has actually happened. But in a different standpoint, it's basically everything is becoming more modern. Like there's a trend that's so perfect right there, right? There's a lot of trends. When a trend's happening, everyone seems to do it. Boom, it's a thing to do. And I think that's pretty much basically what happened, right? Like you talked about how drumline did just straight chops now. Well, now that no one really wants to hear that, right? The drumline is the backbone of the entire ensemble. They're the ones that give the tempo. Um, and as as mean as it does sound, I feel like our generation does have something to do with that for sure. Work ethic just is starting to go down the drain, and unfortunately, that is also happening with bands. So yeah, that's low key the two reasons on why I believe that has been happening.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, but one thing I will say is, like, again, nobody wants to hear just ba 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 ba. Nobody wants to hear that anymore. But back in the
Yeah.
day, that was cool to hear. Like, it was
Yes.
cool to
Yes.
hear the
Very.
cadets. It was cool to
It
hear the
is.
cadets playing 12-inch
Yes.
rolls. Like, it was
Yes. It is.
cool.
It is awesome. It is awesome to see that literally now. Like back in like and once again, we already talked about this before they had sound effects, all sound design, all this visual stuff. The visual was in the marching. They were running across the field left and right doing some insane drill. So yeah.
And now the drill is just getting easier nowadays, I feel like.
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, and also with the generations moving, the judges will also keep moving. So, like,
Yes.
they'll just keep getting passed down to generations, if y'all are seeing what I'm seeing. So, like, it'll just be getting lazier and lazier, and I feel like the drum corps is just gonna go like. But I really hope it does stay up, because
I mean, it's gonna stay up because it is elite, the elite level of the marching art. So it's obviously gonna stay at a elite level compared to high schools. But it's gonna be very interesting to see how the trends change here and there. Like symbols is one of them. Like, well, let's see what section is gonna pop up out of nowhere. It might be an oboe or something.
Right.
I don't know.
Woodwind sections for DCI, baby. Let's get it.
Exactly. That honestly might be a thing. We'll see. Like
I am
the
completely joking. Please do not put woodwind sections into DCI. Please.
the
No.
recent
No.
the recent rule of woodwind solos, like that's new.
that is
Like,
very new.
Okay, that is fine. If they start adding sections, then no, absolutely not. Like, what's the point?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a different conversation.
Yeah. So, like, again, like, musicality has been huge over these, like, last few years, and, like, especially I'll dive into, like, BOA, for example. Like, BOA doesn't have a percussion judge, which makes me extremely mad. Excuse me. It makes me like, I don't know. It just triggers some sort of anger in me that BOA doesn't have a percussion judge, and it's a very controversial thing, but that's mostly where some of the musicality came from. I will say that our generation is declining, and, like, we're getting lazier and lazier. Also, another thing is, most of those BOA judges, most of the music BOA judges are former band directors, and, like, they don't like drumline. They don't. If they could, they would get them off the field. Like, that's how much they hate drumline. And never mind. I'm not gonna say that on public. Okay. I'll tell y'all later what I was gonna say. Just remind me. But, like, most of those DCI, or not DCI, wow, BOA judges are former band directors, and they just don't like drumline at all. And it doesn't help that BOA doesn't have a percussion judge. But
Yeah.
let's move into Corbin's next point of marching band design, and that's visual design. So we have Allison here, who's going to tell us about visual design and color guide choreography and all that mumbo jumbo. So tell us how you came to CGM, and how you got introduced to marching arts and all that.
Alrighty. Well, hi, my name is Allison. I am the I'm hired on as the color guard choreographer. Um, just getting out of a really big writing block. Honestly, it's been so bad for the past couple months. I've been on here for wait, when did you invite me? It was sometime last semester. That's all I remember. It was
It was like 3, 4
months
months.
ago. I like tried to forget that last semester didn't have like that even happened. But I am a sophomore in college at Loyola University New Orleans. I major in music therapy, but I have a psych minor. I also play clarinet and guitar. Clarinet's like my primary instrument at Loyola. Yeah. um, but I mainly focus in color guard. I am going on to my 7th year being a color guard member. I have been introduced to the marching arts back when I was in middle school. I was going into 6th grade, and I had an older brother who did he always did percussion, and he joined the drum line at our local high school, which Corbin and I did go to high school together.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I don't like my high school, lol. But I remember like going to see his band camp performances, and like at the end we would have a showcase, and I remember seeing the girls on the field that had the flags and the white rifles, and that fascinated me so much that I started practicing for color guard to audition once I got into high school.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I am like once I found my passion, I was pretty diehard about it. Um, I still have videos of me in middle school doing my grinder toss wrong with the opposite
Oh,
hand. It was so bad. Um, but yeah, I have been doing flag for all 7 years and rifle. Um, Not formally trained on saber, however, I am starting that now. I
oh.
have done my high school guard. I did that for all 4 years of high school. Was captain for the last 2 years. I am we don't have a color guard or a marching band at Loyola. However, at our neighboring school, Tulane, they do have a marching band, and I participate in their color guard at Tulane, Roll Wave. And I am doing my very first year right now of WGI as a member of Crescent City Winter Guard. And we are about to have our premiere show actually this upcoming weekend in New Iberia.
Ooh, that'll definitely be
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, I'm very stressed because of I've spent like a year out of the game of Winter Guard, but it is like my favorite season.
Yeah, that's like probably one of the most hardest things to do. Like, if you take a season off, like
Oh, it is so bad.
you're gonna get worse. And like I kind of
Especially
you're good. Go ahead.
sorry. No, I'm sorry, you go.
So like especially if you quit playing, which I I never stopped playing, but I had this time in my 8th grade year when
Oh Lord.
I I didn't know what I wanted to play in high school. And for those of you who don't know, I played the quads. Um, I didn't know if I wanted to play snare or quads, so I was playing with traditional grip. I get to high school and I say I want to play quads. It was the hardest thing in my life to go back to match grip after playing traditional for so long. But like that'll do it to you, but now I play with both grips and I'm perfectly fine with it. So,
You get the best of both worlds.
oh yeah, for sure. But what I want to know next is do you work on the drill side or the visual like choreography side?
So I'm from as far as I know, I do work I don't touch the drill. I write choreography based on the drill. As well as the guards like skill level, like what they have already. Um, I haven't had a guard yet to work with. I'm really excited for when I do. Um, and when I do, like I would base it off of like, okay, what skills do they have? Like what's already there that I can work with, or what can I add on that's like manageable for them. But no, I'm more like choreography heavy. I'm not gonna touch. I know nothing about drill. All I know is when I see bad color guard drill, in which I do majority of the time. Um, which Tulane, like being part of Tulane color guard, they like throw us in lines, and I hate it.
Mm.
Um, they like don't know how to write color guard drill, and it makes my heart very sad. I end up crying on the end zone.
Yeah, I have been trying to get into the drill game for some time. I've been using Open March to write some drill lately. Actually, remind me to show y'all after. I wrote a whole first movement in Open March, which I do want to show y'all.
Hey.
I didn't write the color guard though.
Honestly,
I kinda forgot.
you can probably show it now. You can probably show it now if you could.
Yeah, you can probably show it now.
Okay, we'll do then.
Of course, color guard was last.
Oh yeah, I forgot to
course.
say, I am actually teaching color guard as well.
Oh man,
Really?
I didn't even know that.
It's a new thing because this was my first year teching for a school, and I made their front ensemble so much better, and I was really good with my timing, and the color guard at the school, they have an indoor as well, and the techs of the indoor asked me to come by actually this Wednesday at like 6 and help like get timing down and everything. Because they got the choreo, but I'm helping with drill and time and everything. So I forgot to mention that.
That's
You're
good.
talking about
Yay.
color guard, so
That's good.
Yeah, so the drill program is not wanting to work right now. So sorry. I'll show
That's
y'all.
fine.
I'll show y'all
That's
after though, for sure.
yeah.
So like, how does writing? I'm actually curious of this. Like, how is writing? How do you write color guard stuff? Like, do you show it to them or do you write it down? Like, how do you remember it and how do you show it to them?
So it's different for everyone. For me personally, I prefer to come in prepared because I am also a very anxious little thing. And if I don't come in prepared, I'm just gonna panic
Right.
on the spot, and I'm gonna think, "Wow, I look really unprofessional to this team when I'm supposed to be a professional." So I will like cut out like 3 hours at some point in the week, and I go to my school's gym. And am I allowed to like? I just kind of like mess around on whatever equipment, and I'm playing the music over and over again. Sometimes I put on different music with the same vibe so that I can like get better ideas and like feel more inspiration. Because also listening to the same thing over and over again will drive me up the wall sometimes. Because all I'm gonna do again is drive myself crazy.
You would love
So
designing.
for,
You would love designing marching band shows then.
oh great, yay!
We like. There's some times where I'm just writing a chunk and I'm like, I need to hear it again. I need to hear it again. I need to hear it again. Like, something sounds wrong in here, but I don't know what it is. Y'all who
That
write
was
music
me last year with
understand.
Tulane. I'm not even going to talk about that. There's so much with Tulane that just like drives me up the wall. Ugh. But if like I haven't like I know I never like have bothered y'all in the chat about it because I didn't want to do that to y'all. But there were so many days because we practice Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and they drive me up the walls. I'm like, you won't believe like the stuff that goes on over there. Anyways, not here to talk bad about them. They're great, but like from a guard perspective, things do drive me up the wall. But yeah, when it comes to choreographing, I will prepare it prior and then try to come in prepared. If things need to be changed slightly on the spot, that's fine. I always try to come in with backups. I can prepare it back up on the spot. That's okay. Most like there are guard instructors though that will come in, they'll write choreography on the spot and it looks really good. I do not think I possess that skill, and am working on it. I am currently working on improv. It is also a major part of my career, so improv will be coming in.
Yeah. So, next up in Corbin's 3 points are sound design. And so me and him will kind of lead this sector of the podcast because I recently discovered, well, I didn't discover it. It's been out for a while, but main stage.
You learned it.
Yeah, main stage is huge in the marching arts program, and like it has changed the course of marching band. Like, if you search up main stage on YouTube, chances are you're gonna get like churches using main stage, but like, I mean, everybody uses it. I mean, if you have a synth, you're probably using Mainstage. But what I do want to know is how has Mainstage changed the course for marching arts, and it's just shifted it into a whole nother direction.
So, as I said previously, the main factors that back then that they used to focus on was visual design and music design, right? But immediately when sound effects hit the hit the design of what marching band is now starting to get into, once again, it was just a matter of trends. Like someone saw that and said, "Oh man, that's cool. I want to implement that to my marching band show." And they kept doing that until it just started spreading all across the country. And now the only thing that makes the difference between a show and another show is honestly if it has sound design now, because um music design and visual design is very hard to you know integrate within each other, and then not only that, make it, but to enhance it even more, sound design is one of the most important things you can implement into a show.
I definitely agree with that. And recently, it's I mean extremely recent. Like we've just now started using Mainstage with our shows, and all of us have
Yes.
noticed a huge change in just how it sounds. Cuz
Yes.
there I don't know if you all know, but if you if you make a Mainstage patch with just the regular Mainstage instruments, you're only scratching the surface of what you can make in that program, because there's a ton of plugins that you can put in there. Actually, it's I looked at my stores the other day and there was 86 gigabytes of just Mainstage stuff, which is insane. Like you can try and make some stuff in MuseScore, you can try and make some stuff in GarageBand, you can try and make some stuff in Ableton, but it doesn't compare to what Mainstage has to offer. Because if you make it in Mainstage and you write it with Mainstage, you can just give the file to the kids and they can play it with Mainstage, which I think is really freaking cool. Because it's not a matter of when we write it that we have to like we have to worry about getting the synth sound that we want out of the synth that the school has. Like when we would use the MuseScore sounds, those they weren't. It wasn't 100% if we were gonna get the sound that we wanted. But with Mainstage, you can just pinpoint it down to the most accurate point that you can go to, and you can this key to this key I want a sub bass, or this key to this key I want a pad. It's just so easy when you get the hang of Mainstage. Just give the file to the kids and they can play with the sound effects that you designed with, which is a huge add-on to the marching band community and just the design process in general. So those were the three main points, but I have etc. questions, I guess we can call them. So
Miscellaneous.
Yeah, there you go. So anybody's open to answer these. Anyways, so how we may have already talked about this, I don't know, but how does the process of designing a marching band show go? Let's revisit that again if we did talk about it.
So once again, three main points: music design, visual design, and sound design. But once those are not really obviously they're very important, but there's also other things that you have to worry about. For example, visual design. Once again, visual design choreography, right? is extremely amazing, you know. Overall, the music is there, and with visual design, it allows you to completely tell your story, right? But one main factor that we also have to make sure that we implement while doing this visual design, prop design, safety. There are so many accidents that happen, especially in rehearsals, and that is one factor that you need to make sure you are aware of as a band director, because there have been some devastating stories which I'm not going to get into. I'm pretty sure you can all agree with this. Like there has to be something
My freshman year,
that
I fell with my clothes
um
on.
all right, so yes. So we
Chime
have to
fell
make
on
sure
you.
I
I have
pushed
the
a.
many.
I
so
accidentally pushed a prop into someone at Gems. That was not fun.
I
so
got
like
run
I
over
said,
by a mausoleum.
I chipped my tooth last year.
so like I
I
said,
almost
we have
tripped
to
at
make
Indy.
sure that we oh sorry. Wait, go ahead, Pierre.
I almost tripped at Indy during the ballot.
Oh,
Oh no, at DCI finals is crazy. But anyway, as I was saying, so that's another thing with visual design. All right, do not make like hard. Oh, go ahead, Allison. Go ahead.
Okay, because it is like such a big thing in color guard. I color guard is such a risky thing, and then when people get hurt, like people get upset, you're in most color guards that you join, when you sign the contract, it is in your contract that you are like it is very likely you're gonna get hurt doing what you do. I've seen stories. I have seen in like just my first year doing WGI, like being on team WGI, I saw someone have a seizure. I saw someone like get hit doing tricks that they weren't trained to do. That like if you're not trained in doing something, don't
don't do it.
do it. Don't try and push yourself because the trick they were trying to do was a cartwheel under a rifle toss. Like the rifle
Oh
person would
boy.
toss the rifle,
Yeah.
and then
Okay.
a dancer would come in, do a cartwheel off their knees, and then land, and then they catch the rifle.
Oof.
If you have no experience in doing this stuff, if you don't have experience, like, and it like you're just like a smidget close, don't even try it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Um, like understand like be as safe as you can. Understand injury is like a big part of the color guard world. I have broken fingers. I have chipped my teeth. I have had like I have busted my ankle, and I have ankle flare ups now. That's great. But like practice safety as much as you can. Do not do something really cool and out there if you are not trained in that. If you're not a trained cheerleader and you're trying to fly someone, don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you. Had to go off on that.
So
No. Pop off.
oh, my fault. So anyway, as I was saying, the key factor, safety. Another one that I'm gonna mention is realism. Like Keller was talking about, as a designer, you have to be at least like somewhat aware of what you're arranging, right? You're not making uh, an open class show for a
High school.
less developed high school, exactly. Not only a high school, but a less developed one. You got to
Yeah, like
know who
mine.
you're designing for. It is a must. And another part of reality is there's going to be other things happening. Like I said, injuries, not only that, but as a band director, right? You're in a school. So there's going to be, like, for example, like fire drills that's going to
Interrupt
affect
rehearsal.
your, yeah, affect an instructional time. You got to, when you are designing a show, you have to think about what the band directors are also going to go through. If you're developing, if you're making a show for a well-developed band, then you must know that there's probably a lot of staff there. They probably manage their time really well. But for a less developed band, they probably only have like a director that's literally doing everything. So you have to make sure that you get the correct information to make sure that you make a well-developed show for your client. One of the last things I'm about to get into, which I'm not gonna hold you, do not come after us. We kind of struggle with a little bit. Copyright. There is a lot of laws that we have to follow in order to legally not only sell a show but perform it. There's so much stuff that goes with copyright whenever you're literally just performing copyright stuff, when you're arranging with it, right? Because um it is a very important thing that you need to make sure that you are legally doing everything correct. There have been stories, even drum corps, when they couldn't get the copyrights to stuff, or they simply didn't choose to and took a big gander, and they got caught uh, illegally messing with copyright. And not only did they get claims sued, but they also had to keep the program going and rewrite an
Movement.
entire movement, entire
think-
show, if it was literally throughout the show.
I think like
So-
Carolina Crown 2010, their closer
Yes,
got
I was-
rewritten like 4
Yes.
times.
Yep.
Like their closer got rewritten a lot.
I'm not sure if that was due to copyright, but it's for sure. Go ahead, Keller.
Okay, I know I've been mentioning gems a lot, but I didn't even march in 23, but I did hear that their original ballad was cut because they couldn't get the rights for it either. And it was supposed to be
Wow.
like the Promise of Living by Aaron Copland, and they couldn't get the rights. So they just cut the entire ballad and didn't do a ballad.
Oh dang. Yeah.
So- Yeah, I will tell y'all what we do here at CGM is we try to make all music that we make as custom as possible. Like
yes.
if we like custom music is good because it's your music. You don't have to make a
Yes.
copyright for it. You don't have to get all the copyrights for it. You can copyright it, but that just gets you money, which is good for everybody. So, like, we try to keep it as custom as possible. So yeah, that is one thing we focus on here. Like,
Moving on. Oh, sorry.
no, you're good.
Sorry about that. No. Adding on to what Wyatt is saying, we obviously have we obviously are able to arrange copyright material with original, but as of now, we've been practicing doing so with free domain music. Mainly Keller, phenomenal work with what he does. But as I was saying, continuing with copyright, in order to do it correctly, you would need to either Trisona is a really big way to get the copyright holders, because they're a company that actually does all the copyright stuff for you. It's just that you pay them to do it and they get you the rights. Or you yourself can contact the copyright holder. But yeah, that's another thing that you have to keep in mind when designing a show. You need to make it that you get all of the rights in order to do so. And we just heard from our members here about some stories that have happened due to not just simply getting the rights to music. So that is another key factor of designing a show.
Yeah. So going back to the getting hurt, let's ask a controversial question that many people will just kind of. My dog just like slammed open my
There you go.
door.
I thought that was a ghost for a second. What the fuck?
No, it's my dog. Anyways, so let's ask a very
You heard the
controversial
controversial question, dude.
Is marching band a sport?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh man,
100%.
I mean,
Yes.
People
It may
who
not
say
be-
they don't know what a
Yes.
sport is.
Okay,
Oh my
hold
gosh.
on. Let me.
Everyone's
Okay,
everyone's better
okay.
go ahead.
Okay. I believe that if you are a competitive band, like if you go to competitions and like compete against other groups, then yes. If you are just like halftime, like entertainment, then no.
That's valid.
Like a college marching band.
Yes, like
Yes.
college, yeah,
Oh
like
my
college, no.
No, no,
Unless
it's
you
not.
compete. Nah.
It is not.
But yeah, like nowadays, people are writing risky stuff like meat grinders. That's risky.
Wait, what?
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 Wait, what?
You
What?
wait,
What are
okay.
you talking about?
Bro,
You
what?
gotta explain what that is because that sounds crazy out of context.
Yeah.
Meat
That
grinders.
doesn't sound
So-
right. That,
So it's where you have multiple pairs of lines and they're marching like this.
Oh, oh,
okay.
oh.
that's what that's called?
That's an odd name for it.
That needs a better.
I should
We
know
call
that,
them-
bro. Oh,
We call them
okay.
dosey
Thank you,
dos.
thank
I don't know why they call them meat grinders.
We call those dosey dos.
you. Yeah.
Who
Yeah,
invented
it's kind of
meat
like
Dosey
it's
dos
like a
is
dosey
kind
do,
of
but it's a box.
yeah.
It's
I
like-
would,
it's
I
a
would,
dosey
I
do, but
would
it's a
call,
box.
I would call meat grinders bad drill design where performers just go through each other. That's
Yeah,
what
unless
I,
you're the
that's what I call
Cavaliers,
meat
you're not
grinders.
doing
That's
that.
a good one.
but yeah.
Marching band is a sport. I will tell you that, like very, very, very
If-
blandly. Like
If esports is a thing, marching band is a sport.
if bowling's a sport, marching band's a
True.
sport. If golf is a sport, marching band's a sport.
Man, all these
If
fucking
hockey's a
bowlers are gonna
sport,
hate you.
marching band's a sport. I could go on.
Hey,
and on.
whoa. Okay,
Wait, are
no,
you
we're
calling,
not gonna.
are you calling hockey easy?
No, I'm not calling hockey
like-
easy.
You ever
I'm
gotten
Bro,
hit?
the
saying-
one
you got,
time,
you
the
ever
one
gotten
hockey
hit
game
by
that I
a
went to,
hockey
bro,
stick?
there was like
Fuck,
7
buddy.
fights. What the?
Who's fighting over hockey?
Honestly, I can attest to golf not really being a sport. Honestly,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's just
Everyone's
made up.
gonna hate us.
That's
for
like
it,
that's for
too.
fun. That's for
Yeah.
fun.
Don't fight
That's not
me.
even
Don't
a
fight me.
sport.
Don't fight me.
You
Golf?
literally just
What
get a
the
golf.
fuck?
I
What are you
think was
talking about?
created by rich people to show off being rich.
Yeah.
That's
Alright.
Shut
Look
my
at my
door
look
again.
at my
Also,
look at my
Rich people.
driver.
also, my AirPods are about to die, so I'm gonna switch AirPods real fast.
You got it.
Hey.
Now watch this
Right.
drive.
I remember this one time.
Oh,
me
man.
and my
All right, hold
This
on.
one time.
For those, for those that are watching, make sure you show us some support. You know, whole
Buy
team
our
came
shirt.
out
Like
on
button.
Wyatt's.
Yes, please.
Whole team came out on Wyatt's
Ah, shoot.
stream. You should go ahead, like the stream. Make sure it starts spreading. Give us that retention. You know what I'm saying? And then make sure you subscribe. You want to know where our program goes because we may be small now, but trust the goal is to get up there. So we will slowly but surely begin. You know.
We are, I used to say, gonna
Leveling.
climb the ladder.
I might be able to get us another client. Maybe.
You should.
Maybe. We'll see.
Y'all, actually, we could probably get in touch with Tulane Marching Band. Like,
Mm,
we could see what we could do with that.
I might
please.
have just like
Maybe.
start
Please.
just sending random marching band schools like the CGM like offer thing and just see how it goes.
okay.
Start sending
Actually-
random ones out.
Corbin, could I give you my band director's information and then you can sell to them?
I probably could.
Please.
Oh my
Please.
god, Corbin,
I
you know
need
what I
good-
realized?
What's up?
You know who we're partnering with, Garrett Sick.
Yeah.
how do you say it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They do the design for my school.
Nice.
They do the
Yeah.
design for a bunch of the schools in Michigan.
Yep, he does. He does.
Yeah, I realized that
I
the
have to
other day. I
connect
was
this
like,
pair of
yeah.
AirPods because it.
Yeah, dude, and we partnered with him. That's awesome, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Oh my god, I remember this one time. Me and my assistant. It was at band camp. This was kind of our fault, but the show required chimes, like the giant
Mhm.
chimes, and the front arranger wasn't specific. It was supposed to be a synth patch for it, so we actually brought giant chimes. And me and my assistant band director thought we were strong enough. We had to load it onto a trailer and drive it to it was at band camp, so the rehearsal site, and we
Oh,
tried to get
man.
it down in ourselves, and the wheel was really old. The wheel it like snapped and it was halfway down already and it fell on me. It fell on my shoulder. And
Oh no.
I like fell on the ground and like 5 band dads came over running and grabbed it. I was out for the rest. I think
Dude, that's another thing
dislocated
we gotta
my
talk
shoulder.
about. Shout out to the band parents, bro.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Oh my gosh.
Same thing.
Yes, Pierre.
Pierre, what do you got?
Yeah.
So there's a hill leading down to the football field at my high school, and we're carrying
Oh
the
man.
stuff up afterwards. And we have tubular belt tribes like that. And my one friend, he was carrying it like he was pushing up the hill, whereas like parallel to him. So his
Mm.
head just straight up went like it slipped on a rock
Ooh.
and his head went right through them.
Ooh.
It was like out of a car. It was crazy. It was like out of a cartoon.
Ooh.
It,
I
it was
remember.
wild.
I remember this one time.
Yeah.
Our show was entitled Burlesque. It was Tim Burton, Danny Elfman kind of show, and our props were mausoleums. And you know when you like after your like final performance, you have to get off the field as soon as possible.
Yes.
We were getting off the field. We did really good. I think we got third that year. And where we do our finals, it's at Ford Field where the Detroit Lions
Oh,
play.
I heard that field is
It's
slippery.
one, it's slippery, and two, to get in and out, you have to go up a long ass steep hill, and it's smooth. And so
Oh boy.
I remember I was marimba. I was pushing my marimba up, and oh my god! For one, it's really hard to get the instruments back up because you have to push with your dear life. And I know people have passed out from doing that in the front, but we were we were just about to go up, and the prop dads were pushing the mausoleum, and they didn't see that it was this small vibraphone girl, and they were about to run her over in the
Oh my
mausoleum.
gosh.
And I screamed for them to stop, but you had to get off the field as soon as possible. And so I literally was I risked my life. I jumped in front of the mausoleum. It like hit my Achilles tendon and everything, and it was really
Oof,
bad.
man.
But
Yeah,
yeah.
that is one thing about participating in like indoor percussion, marching band, indoor color guard, indoor winds, like any of that. You will get hurt. It's
Mm.
not it's not you might get hurt, like you will.
You will.
Will. What Keller, what's up?
All right, so 1 year of high school, and it's actually like on my profile picture. So well, it's not. This was that show, but so our show that year was like it was called Rosie, and it was about like World War II, women in the workforce, because Rosie the
That's
Riveter is
quite
like
the topic.
I know it wasn't the greatest show I've ever done, but it was all right.
Hey, our show next year is
Anyway,
called
so
Icons of
one
Ignorance.
show. Okay,
Take that as you will.
one show was particularly windy, and we had these like backdrops that were like tarps with like
Oh man.
pictures on them. So, but like they weren't weighted down by anything, so they'd start blowing away. And like one of we were just like playing like first movement, and like what like a gust of wind just blows,
Oh.
and the prop like rolls into one of the trumpets, and like he fell
Man.
and got a concussion. Like it was bad.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. But like you will get hurt. Not a doubt about it.
It's a guarantee you'll get hurt at least once in your marching performing arts career.
Yeah. So
Symbols are sharp.
yeah. Anyways, so like if back to the questions, so anybody can take these. If when do you think you could start planning out a marching band show?
So, it kind of depends. Right? If you plan on getting copyright, if you plan on including copyright music in your arrangements, then it should be in January. If not, then you're going to be stressing, struggling, trying to make a show if it's not early as possible. I know some programs that literally begin right after their final performance, right?
Yeah,
Already
hold on.
contacting their show designers about a new show.
So my band directors were apparently they were they were talking about next year's show design on the way to BOA Grand National.
Oh yeah,
That's
yep.
usually
That's how
how
it
it
should be
goes.
done.
We
That
didn't
is how
even
it should
we
be
didn't
done.
even perform yet, and like we were on the way to BOA Grand Nationals, and they were talking about designing the
Yep.
next show.
Yeah, I know
So
for us, marching band ended in like November, and they already start planning the next year's show in like October, like
Yeah.
beginning
Yep.
of
Bro.
October.
exactly.
Bro, my band director's got to get on that, bro. Ain't no way. I'm literally on staff. Okay.
No, because okay,
I'm
okay.
on
anyway.
staff. I'm on staff at Nampa High School. I'm the Viz Tech, and like
Oh,
they
not the
have not
call out.
said anything, bro.
Yeah, the school I'm
Like-
teaching at right now, we haven't started the music. We have an idea. It's not. They're not as competitive, but
Mm.
we have an idea. I'm gonna do a little sneak peek. The show is called Dream.
Oh
Ooh.
man.
It's like, and I'm actually excited because I'm writing the front.
Dreamscape.
No.
That's what the mask is.
Tell her
Sorry.
no. Tell her
Bro,
no.
okay,
I'm
bro,
writing
get
the
it out of
front,
here. Get it out of
and
here.
I can't wait because one of the movements is called Nightmare, and so I'm
Oh
actually kind of excited
man,
for that.
there's got to be
Did bro
some
just copy my
insane-
show? Like what?
Yeah, totally.
Oh yeah, Allison, what's up?
No, because that reminded me of my sophomore year. Corbin, I don't know if you were in the band at this point, but my sophomore year of high school, we were supposed to have a dream show, and our second movement was a nightmare segment. But then, because I born and raised, go to high school, went to and I'm in college in Louisiana. That was year Ida hit, and wiped me out, wiped us out, and so we only performed A Million Dreams, and since then I've hated it with a passion.
Oh.
And so for some reason, like that is like Winterguard's favorite song to
arrange with.
perform. Yeah, and it's that, and just any song. Like Radioactive is still fine from our Radioactive show my senior year. That's
Thanks.
fine because we didn't actually play all of it. However, songs like A Million Dreams, I hear it and I'm like, turn it off. You're like hurting my heart. Turn it off. Or Toxic by Britney Spears.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
I can't, because that was my senior year Winterguard show. I'll tell my family, I'm like, can you turn that off, please? And you know what they do? They grab the volume button and they turn it all the way up.
We do the opposite.
Okay, that
We're
one
like
I
a
can
dog.
kind of agree with. Like there are some, and we can like come back to this later, but like there are some songs
hand down.
that are just so overused in marching band.
100%. Yes.
Oh my gosh, you're one
Elbow
to
ring
talk,
beat.
Keller.
I know I'm one to talk, but like listen.
You're a hypocrite, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm working on it. Okay,
You're doing
Yo,
look,
what you munching on?
y'all gotta put me on more music though. Like that's the.
Keller,
Yeah,
I have buku music for you then.
I told everyone. I didn't tell Corbin, but I want to write a Salem witch trial show.
Oh boy, that's gonna be quite a theme too.
I want all original too, though. That's the thing.
Nice.
I'm planning out a thing for it right now.
Oh, that'd be-
Wouldn't it be so fun? Focus music for that.
That could be one of the movements. Hocus pocus.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh gosh.
But yeah, I'm planning out like everything right now for a Salem witch trial show.
Anyways, so that question was January. So, what advice would you give to, a student who is wanting to start designing marching band shows one day? Even though, like,
I think we should all
we're
go
all
around and say it.
students. We're all students designing marching band shows.
If you want my advice, that I should have taken is get MuseScore, but like also start saving up for something like Dorico or Sibelius.
Please get no
you're
performer.
definitely gonna
as well.
need that.
Please get no performer. If
Yeah,
you get
because you need
Sibelius
no
or-
performer. Yeah.
No performer is like the. There is others. I know it's called Action Strikes, which is on Contact 8 or whatever. That's what like most of like box 6 of them use, but that's like $600 for the whole pack of action strikes. But I know no performer. It's only 130. It's like the second best thing you're gonna get. but you need to have Sibelius or Dorico for it.
Yeah.
Because
Adding
unfortunately they discontinued with VST, so you can't use them MuseScore.
Another thing.
adding on.
Oh.
Adding on to what adding on to what they were saying. Let's first start off with this, right? We are obviously ahead of our time, right? We are young. We should not be doing what we are doing right now, but we are not stopping, and we are attacking the art of designing a show, and we can really do nothing but be applauded for it. Like, I know some band directors that are like, and other designers that are literally like fascinated on not only my age but y'all's. Who is our youngest designer here? I'm
I'm
not sure who our
16.
youngest. Who?
I'm 16.
Oh yeah, you
I
for
know
sure.
I know I'm
You're
one of the
16.
older
Oh my
people here.
gosh.
Yeah.
Y'all are making me feel old.
Oh,
Yeah, I know I'm one of the like older people here. Like,
no,
Wait,
19.
how old
know
are you?
how- Me?
Yeah.
I'm almost 20.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. Wait, am I the oldest one here?
you are, I think.
How old are you?
I turned 20 in like 2 weeks.
21 soon.
Oh, yeah.
And if you're born in the 1900s, you're a fossil. I'm just saying.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm just saying that.
Well, okay. Yeah, but
anyway,
respect your elders.
anyway, as I was saying, but let's just say that we all started from somewhere, right?
Oh yeah.
We all started from somewhere. Basics, just like marching band, it starts with basics. You gotta learn music theory. You gotta learn. You gotta be aware of who you're writing for. All these basics of designing a show, and you're not just like any other uh thing in life. You're not immediately always gonna get it
Right.
first try. It will take effort, it will take time, constant practice, constant listening. Like uh recently in our communications, I recently discovered that I'm not the only one that just straight up blasts my music everywhere I go. Like Keller does that, Oscar does that, Wyatt does that. I didn't know that. I thought I was just
I
weird.
blast our
Dude,
music in, like, in
my
the car.
family is so annoyed with me, bro. Like,
Like I thought I was just like abnormal and just so picky about what I write that I just constantly look for stuff that I can change, things that I can prove. Oh man, I did really good at this. But it all starts somewhere, and you need to be passionate. Just like anything, if you're passionate about it, I mean, you should go do it.
Well,
And
Yeah.
and my fault.
no, you're good. So I will tell y'all where I started from. So I started, doing drumline because I was like very interested in like marching band, and I was interested in the quads. So I was trying to make music. I first started. I haven't told y'all this yet, but when y'all crap talk FL Studio earlier, I started with FL Studio.
Oh man.
Um,
no,
Okay,
no,
I'm
no,
not
no,
gonna
no, no.
lie.
I'll do you one. I'll do you one better.
Anything is better than flat die IO. Anything is
Oh
better than
my
flat.
god, I
I'll
know
do
some
you-
people
I'll
that
do you-
actually made that.
I'll do you one worse. I bet you've never heard of this before. Um, so, like, similarly, I started out making like trap beats, like trap beats and electronic stuff. And in this program, like, it was a browser DAW called Soundation. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of
Oh
it.
no.
no,
No.
Yeah,
but
All I
Um,
know is that if you use flat, please get a computer and upgrade the music score at least. Please.
Flat is so
True.
bad.
And I came from flat, and I bought a subscription for flat just so I
Oh,
can
boy.
get the
The other
sound,
instruments.
other instruments, and it was still dookie sounding. So I switched to Muse Score.
Oh,
Then I moved
man.
on to Sibelius Dorico. I got no performer. I got video, drumline, and everything. So
but
you slowly got to make your way up there.
um, I started with like marching percussion stuff in 7th grade. So, like, and then when I moved up to like freshman year, I was taking. I'm not even gonna lie. I was taking shows off the MuseScore website, and I was deleting the battery parts, and I was rewriting the battery.
I
parts.
did that too. I'm sorry, I did that too.
I've done that with front parts. With front
That
ensemble
was
parts.
actually how we met.
And I think, in my opinion, to
Really?
get
I think,
better.
right?
Sorry if I'm cutting you off, but like, if you
Yeah,
want to get better,
Sorry.
you have to do a lot of composing and arranging before you start actually more arranging than you have to get good at arranging and score study if you want to get good at original composition and stuff like that, because it gives you ideas and you learn a lot from it. Like, and another, if for my advice to anyone is, if you have the ability, like say if you're in percussion specifically, this is more specifically for percussion. Percussion is all about timing and everything, and rhythms. And in my opinion, if you have the ability and resource to listen to your marching band show or something, I will admit it, people always called me weird, but like I would listen to our like movements over and over so I can learn everybody's parts, specifically the percussion parts. Like I'm front ensemble, but I would learn the battery parts so I know like cues and stuff in my head,
Yeah.
so I don't have to like in the middle of a show I have a brain fart. I don't know where I am. I just I have kind of training my ears to know where every part is. So that's my advice. If you have the ability to listen to your show, definitely do that.
Yeah, and
that goes for everybody.
Everybody, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Go ahead, Allison.
So I just figured out how to do the hand thing too. I'm so proud of myself. Can it go down? Thanks. Okay, so I actually, are you still taking?
Sorry.
Thank you, Oscar. Thanks, hon. Are you still taking like answers for like advice and stuff?
Yeah.
Because like, I wrote it down just to make sure I don't forget it. But advice that I have, honestly, like when it comes to like color guard too, is, and like this is not just color guard, but like in general, learning to work with different kinds of people, which is something I learned in my major as a music therapist. You're going to run into a bunch of different types of people and clients with different varying backgrounds, and not everyone works the same, not everyone thinks the same. So when you go to these different that's what's up. So when you go to work with these different people and these different students, it's important to know that like some of them learn differently, they process the choreography and the music differently. And also another like really great skill to have is patience, especially when you're working with high schoolers and middle schoolers. To have patience, because not all of them are going to get it right off the bat. Also advocacy, because like advocacy for your field, especially because marching band and percussion and color guard and woodwinds are pretty niche. It is so important to make sure you know how to advocate for what you are doing to others. And a lot of this like comes from my major because of how important it is in the music therapy world. I've noticed a lot of like I could transfer what I've learned from my major to what I do here and on the field. And then also networking, and this goes into like working with all different kinds of people. Networking, don't be so quick to like burn bridges and to be like, oh, I wouldn't work with them because da da da. It is really important to keep your options open, especially because we're we're like starting up and we're still kind of small. Like it's really important to be open minded to working with these different schools and these different band programs. Also, like specifically with color guard, attending clinics, practicing, like getting good at your sport. And this goes for all the others, but like I'm talking like especially in the color guard world, like clinics, not only are they fun, but it gets you to know these different programs and these different people and widens your knowledge about what other guard programs are doing. Because also, um, the thing with color guards, and when you take people from different backgrounds of color guard and you put them into one team, not everyone is taught the same thing. Not everyone is gonna call a toss the same thing. Like for example, I was taught that like a flat toss is called a horizontal. But some people call it a parallel or a helicopter, and learning those different things. And some people don't learn that. And you have to kind of start from scratch with that. And then also, really, really important, and something I still am learning myself. Progress is not a linear thing. You're going to run into these writing blocks. You're going to run into people that are difficult to work with, and you're going to lose patience. And you're going to wonder sometimes, oh my gosh, why the hell am I doing this? Like,
you're gonna get mad at yourself.
You're going to get at yourself. Others, you're going to think you've lost your mind for doing this. And you're going to feel like, wow, I've really hit a wall. I'm not doing that well. You're doing well. Progress just isn't going to be constantly up. It's this.
Yeah.
So what I like to tell people, especially the other, like when I'm in these guards that I'm performing with and when I'm teaching others, I don't like to use the term like progress makes perfect. Not practice makes perfect. Practice makes progress. And you're making progress to where you want to go.
Right.
That's all my advice for color guard. I really like what I do. I have a lot of passion.
Yeah, I definitely agree when it says practice kind of makes, like, I don't want to say perfect, but better
Practice makes progress.
Like
progress. Because
if you're
continue.
even if you're in a practice session and you're like you're not sure if you're making progress, like every bit of practice is progress. Like even
And that
if
goes
you,
for everything.
even if
Oh,
you
yeah.
feel like you don't like, as I said, we just got our closer today. I started looking at it, and my thought behind it was, okay, I'm gonna sight read it through like just maybe a few times, and then I'm gonna sleep on it. Still my plan. I'm gonna sleep on it, and that's another piece of advice that I have. If you're practicing and you just can't seem to get something, sleep on it.
Definitely.
It is one of the, and if you don't know what I mean when I say sleep on it, go to sleep. Like make it the last thing you do when you go to sleep. Wake up and then do it. Because
Yo, Oscar, I know you're not over there saying don't sleep. What are you talking about?
Bro, okay, don't call me out like that.
Yo, bro.
Do not call me. Okay, I'm bro.
Okay, now
When
that I
it
know
comes- when
that,
it
I know
comes
he
to
can work
practice,
at any hour of the day. Got it.
I actually can, but no, I do agree with that. When it comes to sleeping on it, because that's what my text did a lot. Like,
Yeah.
there's two types of styles you can do when teaching basically anything. It's like you can either take it really, really slow and get it to, basically perfect, or you kind of rush through it and then sleep on it. Because that's what happened to me. I think my senior year, we got our part two, and he wanted to play the part two that same day.
Good God.
Or no, the next day. And it was triplets, permutations at like 180. And our techs were freaking out. And the marimba tech, he said, all right, it's marimba camp time. And he took us and we learned our part two in like an hour.
Wow.
And yeah, we just learned it in an hour. We slept on it, and it was basically fine after that. So sleeping on it does definitely help a lot.
Yeah. And I will say, if you're looking to upgrade like your system and you're looking into designing, get a Mac. Get a Mac. Period. Get a Mac. Because there's just like Macs are made for 1 second, Keller. Macs are made for creative workflows. They're made for creative stuff, music included. So get a Mac if you're looking to. It was the best upgrade I ever made, definitely. But go ahead, Keller.
That was quite literally what I was about to say. Macs
Beat
are
you to
for
it.
Macs are for creatives, I think, like the arts,
Like photo editing, video editing, music editing. Like
It is.
maybe not video editing because storage, but
Very true.
Yeah. I do it all the time. I just have a separate hard drive. But yeah, it's literally the industry standard. Of course, you don't need one, right? If you're just now starting and you have a Windows computer or another computer,
It'll work
it
fine.
doesn't take, yeah, it will work completely fine. But when you're starting to get serious, then yeah, you should most definitely start making your upgrades.
Definitely upgrade. And yeah, like also if you're looking
either that or
into
just
writing,
get a PC.
true. but I think I'm gonna keep this. I'm definitely keeping this MacBook for years and years to come. Also, if you're looking into doing like melodic stuff, invest in one of these. Like, literally, it's just a cheap.
Please
little,
invest in a MIDI keyboard. A MIDI keyboard.
It's a cheap little piece of plastic that, like, see, he has an expensive one, but I have a cheap little that I think my cord stopped working though, so I'll need to look at that. But like, it's just a cheap little thing. Like, get a MIDI keyboard if you're looking to, you know, do stuff, especially with main stage, which is why I want to get this fixed, because I'm definitely looking to expand more into main stage. And I think I still think I've only scratched the surface of main stage. And Corbin, me and you have only scratched the surface of it. I feel like there's still so much more to discover, but it's just underneath everything. Like, there's a lot in there. And like, MuseScore as well. Like, honestly, I probably haven't gone that far into MuseScore. I don't think any of us have.
Okay, here's one thing I will say about MuseScore. The program is phenomenal. Like,
Yeah.
it's a free software and it does everything that we need it to do, but the website is terrible. Let's get that out of, like, I don't even care anymore. Like, the website and the people that run it are not the greatest.
Are you talking
Like,
about
it feels-
MuseScore.com or MuseScore.org?
Yes.
Com.
They're cut.
The MuseScore website.
They're cut. Cut them. They're cut.
Yeah,
Like,
they are not.
If
Like,
you're writing
it feels
stuff,
like
go ahead.
feels like a scam.
If
like
you're
the-
writing
like
stuff
the
through
transcription,
MuseScore, like, get, if this makes sense, if you're writing stuff for a group through MuseScore, don't post it on the MuseScore website for the students. Literally export the MP3s, export the files, export the MCSZ or MSCZ if you have to, and that's the file type for MuseScore if you didn't know.
Like, I only exported this stuff onto the website that I'm not gonna use, like, ever. Like, I more so made it as like a portfolio of just, hey, I can do this. Like,
I've stolen your shows and rewritten the battery parts.
yeah, I know.
But yeah,
Yo, I didn't know that.
but yeah, I've uploaded some stuff to the MuseScore website, but like, not anything I'm gonna use like with a group. But like, yeah, MuseScore is great. They've definitely done a lot of upgrades, but I think they're in need of another update. It's been a while since they've last updated.
Man, it's getting more frequent updates to any other software. Let's get
Very
that.
true.
Dude,
Let's
the
get that.
day that MuseScore adds note performer support, it's over. Like,
Yes.
It's cooked. Like,
yes. Everything is cooked.
When was the last time Virtual Drumline 2.5 got updated?
Like, not like 7 years ago.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is very old.
And the thing is,
Oh,
between
while we're on the
Muse-
topic of drumline midis, why did they choose the Blue Devils for the Muse drumline? Like, all the
That's actually
they got Ludwig drums out of two.
Okay, listen. I'm saying this as a not percussionist, so I like know nothing, but like, I just know that they sound
If you
bad.
want to know something, I've compared MuseScore VDL and actual, because I have both VDL percussion and Muse VDL. The only difference is that Muse VDL has a more, I don't know what the word is, more like powerful
Reverb?
sound. So you have more reverb, 100%. That's the word I was looking for, reverb.
Yeah.
But it's just more stronger than normal, because like
Also the
at a lower price
what's
too.
it called?
Yeah, it's $30 compared to $200.
What,
It's
Muse?
actually 80, 90. They upped the price on it.
Really?
Yeah,
What, VDL?
VDL?
So let's
I
talk
got it when
about,
it was
Okay, I
30.
bought it when I did. Oh
I
my
bought it
god,
when it was 30.
yeah, so let's talk about that.
I bought it for 10.
we're talking about the whole pack, like the
Oh, the whole
virtual-
pack. Yeah, 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I bought it for when it was $30. They upped the
Yeah, me
price
too.
on it. I looked
That's
at the
crazy.
I looked at the Muse Hub, and I was like, when I was getting my friend onto on a Muse Score, I looked on the Muse Hub and I was like, yeah, you should get this virtual drumline thing. It's like $30. I get to it and it says $89.99, and I'm like,
Bro.
I'm like, so I stole that. I stole that. Like,
The moment Muse Score starts costing money, it's like because
Yeah,
it's always
yeah.
staying free. I think I'm sure the developer said
the
it's always
base
staying
program
free.
is always staying free.
Yeah.
The sounds like will
Which-
cost
Like,
some.
am I able to?
Okay, that's another point I wanted to bring up because I'm very versed in this. Like sound fonts and midis, like these isn't stuff that you really need, to be perfectly honest. Like it really does just make it like seem more professional, if that makes any more sense.
Yeah.
Like
I agree.
Am I able to share my
you could
screen
use
real
all default Muse Score sounds and you could still have a great product.
Very true.
For sure.
Honestly,
All it takes.
If
Sorry.
if you're using default MuseScore sounds,
Please
back
just
to MuseScore
spend
3.
a little money.
go back
Please
to
spend a
MuseScore
little
3.
money. Like,
Hey,
I share my
listen,
screen real
what's
quick?
wrong with Muse Score 3, bro?
I said go back to MuseScore 3. As in, like, I love their drumline sounds. For
Am I able to
There's ways you can
share my
get them into
screen real
full.
quick?
I think you might be able to if you press the laptop key thing. Are you allowed to?
Well,
All
we're
right.
gonna find
Anyway,
out.
let's get. We've been here for about an hour and a half. So.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh God.
What are
is
we
this-
looking at here?
Oh my
You
God.
see?
This is
Honestly,
fun.
this is
Oh my god.
This is what I started
Splat?
on. This is what
Oh
I
nah,
started on.
bro.
Oh my gosh.
What's
Scarlet Death.
There's no sound.
I
It's
can't
kind of
hear.
like W. Can't hear it.
You can't unmute someone else's presentation. What?
Can you guys hear it?
Dog, there's no sound.
No, I hear Corbin's chewing though.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Either way, this was my writing. Look at look at the bass writing. See how bad it is.
Oh my God. That's actually terrible.
Whoa, why is it off the staff?
I know. See, look at this. It's kind
Oh
of
my God. Is that
Ew.
quads? Is that your
Brother.
quad writing?
It's not good.
No, this
Brother.
hurts my brain.
This is my very first writing.
no.
This was
Oh
when
my-
I think in like freshman year. See how bad it is?
Oh, are we showing and telling? Okay, hold on.
No. Well, we should show and tell after
Later.
it's
After
over.
this,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should go towards the end of the episode. It's getting long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
I'll
can
show
do
you guys
that.
afterwards. This is what I'm working on right now. It's a lot better than I used to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that a
So-
spoiler?
Like.
That's
Let me see that
Dorco.
clarinet part. Let me see that
Dorco.
clarinet.
I'll show you after.
Anyways, so yeah, it's honestly been great having y'all on. Like, this is
Where's the
insane. Like, I never thought I would start a podcast and just be like, you know, so good at it. Yeah,
We're
I'm
getting
so
you
good
that
at this.
exposure.
They think you don't know ball. You know ball.
Not my first time, unfortunately, but
I know about that.
yeah, I won't go into
Or we're
that.
getting yapping for an hour and 42 minutes.
Hey,
It's gonna
It's
take
good, though.
some serious editing and storage.
Well, rip whoever is doing that, not me.
Me.
All right, I think it's time to wrap it up.
anyways, yeah, like I said, it's been great having y'all on. Thank y'all so much for, you know, just being here and join back in the Projects VC after this. So I'll just,
Yes.
we can leave the Google Meet. I'll wrap up the episode real fast and I'll be in there in a jiffy.
Sounds good.
All right.
Peace.
Thank y'all so much
Peace
for
out.
being on.
Yep. Peace out.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye bye. All right, guys. So let me get this on here. So, this has been just a crazy episode altogether. So I thank you all for watching. If you did stick through the whole thing, thank you so much. And yeah, it's been great. Thank y'all for watching. So this has been the Why It Beats Elevation podcast, and this is Why It Beats